Yes, please.
I have two questions. The one is how to delete the branch in GitHub,
Okay.
and another is I am working with. Yesterday we are doing some project war.
Mm-hmm.
I am doing little bit changes in JSP file, but
Okay.
they did not show in local host.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. I'll explain one by one. The first thing, if you want to go ahead and delete a branch, you will go to the branch from the console. If you want, go to the branch, and there is an option to delete here. If you want to go ahead and use CLI command, you can type CMD. Command is git for the branch that I have -d in the name of the branch develop. This is how to delete a branch. Okay. Next, to answer the next question, the reason that you're getting when you're trying to go ahead and make packages changes, like you are making the changes in the package, but you're not seeing those changes, is that you're not building it. You're not building it. You're just making the changes, and you're just taking the artifact, which is the previous artifact. Let me show you what is that may be happening at your end is this. So let me clone the project first. I'm going to open up my Visual Studio Code. And I'm going to go ahead and add the project. As part of the project, it's empty. Why? Because right now I'm on the master branch. Master branch is empty. But whereas develop branch, we have submitted all the changes to the develop branch. Now you can see the source code is available. So possibly at your end is that you're trying to go ahead and just make changes and you're running it. First, you have to go ahead, clean if there is any previous package. This is up to you. If you want to clean previous packages, you can go ahead and run clean. It will create and delete the previous packages. Then you go ahead and package another time to get the new var package. It is going to give you the new var package. Then you run that or you copy it into Tomcat to see the new changes at localhost 8081. Participants, the same thing we have done yesterday. Good. It is kind of a revision for you. So now the package is available. On my desktop, target package is available. What I should do to make this running?
We need to copy this to Tomcat.
Copy
Tomcat web app folder.
Drive C. Very good. Program files. Tomcat 10.0 web apps, and replace the existing file. So we are expected to see changes into Tomcat. How to open the Tomcat? Local host port 8081. That is Tomcat. So if you are getting no resolution for Tomcat, that means Tomcat is not running on your machine. What should you do if Tomcat is not running?
Start the Tomcat 10.0.
Correct. Start your Tomcat. Program files, Apache Software Foundation 10.0, web apps, so bin folder, and start the Tomcat. This will make sure Tomcat is running in the background. Now Tomcat is running. How to verify? My app is the name of the application that I want to verify. What is that application is? My app. Yeah, it's working. The code I've written is part of main web app index.js. So let me do it one more time. So now I'll try to do it mentioning Maven package. And I would like to go ahead and take the latest code. Reaching to Tomcat. And replacing the previous file. Now you should get the latest changes. Didn't I replace the file? Yes. Testing war package another time. The last entry that I've done is able to see. I'm able to see. So are we good participants? Hello?
Yeah, Kumar, here I have one question. In my local desktop, that Tomcat service is not running. Even I install the Tomcat software as well as the JDK also. But still I'm facing the site is not reachable or something.
Okay. You can share your screen.
1 second, I will sir. Kumar, let me know once you can able to see it my screen.
Yes, I am able to see your screen.
That command prompt is not pop up the screen whether it is a service is start or not starting.
Maybe this is my guess. Maybe there is some service
Firewall.
already firewall blocking. Something is happening.
Okay, because this is my official laptop, so even I also thinking whether it is the firewall blocking or something.
Yes, yes. There might be already some code.
Yes, yes. Okay, I will check with my IT team.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Okay.
Kumar, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. Sorry to interrupt. I having a small doubt. Without using OneDrive, can we access the Maven and other tools? Is there any mandatory thing that we need to connect with the OneDrive or something else?
Where is that you're seeing OneDrive?
No, actually, yesterday when I tried to do some actions, I can see you in the CMD screen. I can see you after the admin user. You have typed OneDrive desktop like that.
No, that is the nature of nowadays Windows OS. The
So,
Windows
yeah.
OS is
So when
Mhm.
when I tried in that my system, it is not working. That's why.
No worries, I'll explain you. If you look at Windows operating system nowadays, if you look at the desktop is part of OneDrive. This is the desktop right now I'm in, right? If I go ahead and type in CMD here, it is coming on OneDrive. The desktop is part of OneDrive.
Okay.
So whenever I want to go ahead and connect to my CMD, I have to go via that path, right? If I have to keep anything on my drive, OneDrive. On OneDrive, I need to go to my desktop. Clear? For you, it might be different. For me, my desktop is on OneDrive. Are you able to get this? See, this is my OneDrive. All my desktop is here. My documents are here. These are the documents that I have.
I got it. So it is not relatable to that, right?
No, it is not at all related to any kind of learning here. It's just that Windows operating system nowadays they have something called OneDrive, where all the data will be stored for the safety and security.
Okay. Thank
So
you. I'm just
yeah, you have this OneDrive which is personal here, and in that you can get to see there is a desktop. Here on the desktop, the documents I have, documents that I have. Okay,
okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just confirming this thing.
no worries, no problem. Okay, so participants, where are we standing? And participants, this is the latest code. So I'll just make my code clean. All the war file, every war file that I have, I've already ran it. So I'm cleaning the project artifacts. So I have only the code. Code is something I'm going to commit to my GitHub. Commit for latest code changes that I've done. Only code I'm committing, not the artifacts. Commit to develop, push it to the branch origin. Done. Done with the changes now. See, all the changes are committed. Now the changes are very much local to develop branch. And from the develop branch, I have committed only to github.com develop branch. Now, we are done with the changes. Now we have to focus on the next level of integration where we can go ahead and get things done. For that, participants, I'm going to be using Jenkins. So how to start Jenkins now to integrate all of this? Go to your drive C. You'll see Jenkins. We've already put Jenkins in the folder called Jenkins because that's how I made it a standard practice that there will be a folder called Jenkins. Inside there will be a jenkins.jar file. Make it a practice that you first run Jenkins in the background, or you start running Jenkins, by the way. So what is a command? Remember this command, Java space -jar. So we are expecting the Jenkins.war package that we have right now because the name of the file is jenkins.war. And then we hit enter to run this file. That simple it is to start Jenkins. But now I have an exception. It says you're trying to run a var file where you're expected to go ahead and use the flag. The flag is enable future-jar. So run Jenkins and enable this flag that will support your Jenkins version. Java will support your Jenkins version if you're facing any kind of issue. Start it. Jenkins starts to run. So we have to wait for a minute where you should get a screen saying on your screen, you should get something like Jenkins is fully up and running. Jenkins is fully up and running. All good for now. So now it's time to open Jenkins. Jenkins port 8080 is the port where Jenkins is running. So open localhost port 80. So about in a matter of minute or two, you should see Jenkins running. Now, before I go ahead and start using Jenkins, participants, why do you think we should use Jenkins? What is the benefit and the purpose of using Jenkins in this pipeline, DevOps pipeline? What is the benefit? Think for a minute.
Continuous integration.
Correct. How do you integrate it? No worries. So the idea of Jenkins is to help you to achieve continuous integration by connecting various tools that you have. As of now, we have Git running. We have GitHub as part of the code hosting. We have the build tool, a Maven. We have the artifact generation creating the artifact creation involving var packages and making them to deploy into Tomcat. So these are the various tools that we have. So participants, I'm going to use now Jenkins to do all these actions, integrate everything end to end. Okay. For this, now I need to do a login to Jenkins. This is my login. And I'll set my password. So now I'm inside Jenkins, localhost. You can see the name that you might have used while creating. This is the admin user that you have created. And it is a dashboard page which says welcome to Jenkins. This is the page where your Jenkins jobs will be displayed. To get started, you can set up a distributed start building a software project. So it is all that you have to create a job. So participants, now we can go ahead and start creating jobs by giving the name to a job and what you want to do. You can start writing it. You can go to an agent setup. Agent in the sense, you can treat it as like a installation that you want to do where it will be running permanently. This is a service that you are running. So you will go ahead and run it permanently. Or we can go ahead and make it as part of a cloud. So configure a cloud option. It will take you. That means you are going to go ahead and use this Jenkins software and the jobs that you run against a instance that you are running in a cloud. In AWS, you'll create, it will go ahead and let the creation of instance. And inside that Jenkins will be installed and it will be up and running. If you go to those options, you can use plugin managers. Like you want AWS cloud, Azure cloud, see, Azure, DigitalOcean we have. So these are plugins that are available. So we'll not go ahead and handle configuration from this console. When we go to cloud, we will go ahead and install our own Jenkins cloud. That is more powerful because this is on a local machine right now we are in. So when we go to it, when we go to our clouds, we'll go ahead and use will not be using this local host. Local host is nowhere related. Local host is just that you are trying to go ahead and connect the resources that are part of your local system. But in real life, local host has no meaning. This is only for the practice that you're doing. Now, let's come to the actual setup, what we want to do. So visualize, participants, what we want to do first. I want to go ahead and create a job because Jenkins is designed to do running of the jobs. So my aim from Jenkins as part of the job 1 that I'm targeting, it is expected to pull the code and build the code. This is what is my expectation from Jenkins. Pull the code and build the code. So to start with, it will ask me to input some details by giving a name. So I'm going to go ahead and give a simple name, that is pull my code from Git, just a name, and build the code. So let me go ahead and put a series so that you can relate. It's my first job, which is expected to pull the code from Git and build. What tool I'm going to be using? I'm going to using for build the tool Maven. Are we good, participants? This has nothing to do with the real life scenarios. This is just an example that I'm giving you by giving a naming convention so that you can easily relate with the name. In real life, you will not see this kind of names. It's just the name. You can even put J1, job 1. But it should be great if you know what is the job is doing. So that is the reason I said, pull the code from Git repo, ask Maven to build the project for you. And this is my first job. So let me go ahead and use a freestyle job, which I can customize according to my need. And let me hit OK. Now I'm able to go ahead and create a job. And I'm having certain configurations that are given to me. So it is asking me a description. If you want to write it, you can. It's not mandatory. It's just a description. So I'll give some reference about, I'm going to write some description. This Jenkins job to pull the code from GitHub location, GitHub, and build the full code using Maven, and then generate artifact, which is .var package. So here, participants, the Jenkins is expected to pull the code. From where it is expected to pull the code? It is expected to pull the code from my repo. Whenever you have something to pull, always go to this place where it will ask you to pull. Pull means over HTTPS, it will pull in this way. So I'm going to be using this link to pull the code and build the pulled code using Maven. And the command that I'm going to use Maven is Maven. Make sure that it is clear and package, and then generate the artifact. Participants, everyone, are we good?
Yes.
Okay, now Options are given. How would you like to go ahead and handle your old builds? Is it a Git project? Is parameterized? Some general pieces. So if you go ahead and discard old builds, what will happen? It'll ask you how you would like to go ahead and keep the old builds. You want to go ahead and delete them after how many long days you want to delete. Maybe after 1 week, I want to delete. How many max build I want to keep? 10 builds, the max that I want to keep. It's up to you. I'll just ignore this. If it is a Git project, you can give the URL for the Git. If not, just ignore it. If you have some parameters that you want to add, so parameters are given to you. For example, I have something to pass. Say wherever I'm going to use environment env, I'm going to go ahead and put the value as dev. So what happens? In any scenario, if I'm using the reference $env, it will go ahead and replace with the value dev. That's a kind of parameter we call it as. Participants, are we good? Can we come to the actual part, which is the source code management? So where is my code setting here? What is the source code?
Git.
Okay. What is a repository URL?
Agent Cloud Beta.
Right. It's in Cloud Beta, Azon Cloud Beta here. Participants, do I need to pass any credentials? The answer is none. Why? Because it's a public repo. Why should I have credentials being passed when it is the repo itself is public? So that is why organizations, what they do, they don't go ahead and expose the code to the world. They'll keep it private. Then you have to go ahead and submit your credentials. Click on add. There will be Jenkins. Enter your username. Enter your password and generate something by adding add. The credentials will get added here. Participants, are we good?
Yeah, that credential for private one, right?
For private repo you use.
Yeah.
Public repo, you don't need them.
Okay, thank you.
Now, moving further, it'll ask me, there are multiple branches you might be handling. Which branch should it use? Participants, what should I use here?
Develop.
Why? My code is purely part of develop branch. My code is part of develop branch. So it's developed. Next, rest of the things, we'll just keep it. Next, we are at the build a trigger stage. What is build a trigger? That means how you want this job to get triggered. That is the build a trigger, how you want to start this job. This is a very interesting feature where I can go ahead and tell to Jenkins, hey Jenkins, start based upon a period. The period can be using a scheduler like cron. Like for every 5 minutes. So it will tell you now for every 15th of October 7/5. After 8/5, it is expected. On next Saturday, it will be, yeah, 15th. On next Saturday, 8/05. That means it is taking hourly. So let me put 60 here. So for every 1 hour, I'm expecting. No, it is not that. So how many have put in participants? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll say H by 15. That means for every 15 minutes, I'm expected to run this 7.5, 7.15 for every 15 minutes. For every 5 minutes, I need. Now, don't get confused. This has nothing to do. It's just that I'm mentioning the period. These are basically crons. Cron is a Linux feature or Linux command that is expected to run. Now it is part of Windows as well. This command is designed to run jobs based on a period. If you're not sure about it, you want to learn about it, just click this cron. There's a time interval scheduler based upon some time. So I have executed this one based upon the minutes, based upon the hours, based upon the day, based upon the month, based upon the day of the week. So this is how cron jobs are associated. No need to go into the details of it, not required at this moment, because we don't want to go ahead and make it on a periodic basis. But in real life situation, we come across those scenarios when it comes to development. Whenever the developer commits the code, at that time, I want my build to take place. That option is available here. I want you to think, or let's keep this one. This is an option that you're keeping whenever the developer makes a code commit. You want your job to get started. So at this moment, I'm just checking it so that you can relate with it. Rest other options you see after period. If you build one, the success of the build should go ahead and start the other. As of now, we don't have anything because this job itself is the first job. Okay. Next, in the environment of the build, once the action takes place, what do you want to do with the build? You want to create, you want to delete, you want to inspect, you want to do something, right? Those options are available here. So at this moment, I don't have anything inside my environment to do as part of the build environment. But yes, I have something steps to be done inside my build. So that is where the build steps will come. It will ask you to add your steps. So my step is to go ahead and execute a Maven command. So is Maven plugin available? Check for the Maven plugin. Yes, Maven level target is available. Participants, what is the expected goal that you have? What is the expectation from the Maven that you have? What are the goals that you want to execute on Maven?
Package.
Clean, package, both will work. At this moment, I'm just cleaning the previous build first and then getting the new package. Agreed? That is the goal I have. Now, do you have anything after the build step? As of now, I don't have anything in my mind. So I'm not going to touch anything into the post build action. Applying whatever the changes have done and save it. So participants, now you are inside the Jenkins job, first job. You're able to see the job, the definition that you have written, the description you have written. The changes as of now, it didn't track anything, so no changes it is expected. Workspace is all about a folder that will be created by Jenkins inside where it will execute your jobs. It will download the artifacts. It will run the artifacts just to make sure everything is in one place. Instead of things running wherever they are, it is creating a job for your workspace, or under workspace, it will create a folder with the name of the job where you will see all your inputs and outputs. Very soon I'll show you. Next, you have the option build with parameters. That means you can pass the parameters and build it. As of now, it's okay. We will come to that. Any changes you want to do one more time, you can go ahead and click on configure. Delete this project, rename, and as of now, there are no builds that have taken place, and hence there is no history. Are we good, participants? Any questions you have on the build setup? None. I don't have anything. So now what I want to do is I want to test my project. So what should I do? I would like to build my project. Yes. As of now, continue with the dev environment build. So participants, I did start with the build, and build has taken place. You can see there is build taken place. This is my first build. The progress of the build. Now I'm getting a success as part of the build. What it has done, it has learned who did start the build. It is me. It has downloaded the plugins into this workspace. It has created a workspace with this name, which is the name of the build project that I have, or the job that I have. Clone the repo there. Into that repo, it started to execute the git commands. And then it started to execute the commands that I gave, maven clean package. So it has executed the commands. And you got build a success, because that is what we are doing with Maven. So now you can see the location where the artifact is available. Participants, are we good?
Yes.
Now, how are we testing the artifact, participants? How do you go ahead and test the artifact?
Need to copy from the specific folder and paste it to our web apps.
Correct. Now, let's go ahead and remember this location where the artifact is available as our source. This is my source location where I have to go ahead and handle the artifact from source. Participants, where is the destination? Where should I take this file to?
C, Tomcat Apache.
Very good. Drive C.
Web apps, program files,
Program files.
Apache software foundation.
10.0
Web apps.
web apps folder. So this is a destination. Now, participants, what I want to do is I want to run this job of copying manually, which I'm copying by taking the var package, copying there and cloning it, and copying it and pushing it to C drive program files. I'll write a program, or sorry, I'll write a command. The command is copy the source location. Where is the destination? Now let's go ahead and paste it here. So copy from the source my app.var package to destination web apps. So it will also ask, since you are copying, right? So where you want to copy? I want to copy here. Now participants, you can write everything in one job. It's okay. But I have a different way to do this. That is, instead of creating everything in one job, let me create another job, which is my job number 2. What is the purpose of this job number 2? Copy artifact var package to Tomcat web apps folder. It's a freestyle job that I'm attempting. What is the purpose of this job? This job copies artifact which is available at this location into Tomcat web apps folder. And give a name for that file because you're copying into the folder, but no name for that file. So this time I'll give myapp.var. Same name I'll continue. So right now we don't have any general settings to be added. Participants, do we have any source code to be built? No, we have already built it. There is nothing. Do we have any build triggers? Participants, now I'll put a build trigger saying that let job 1 to complete. After completion of the job, I'll get the artifact right. Then only I will run job 2, which is now the job number 2. What is job 1? Build success. After the build success, artifact. Copy that successfully built artifact from your location into Tomcat. So it is more meaningful to start the job if job 1 is successful. Job 2 to start after job 1 is successful. Clear? Participants, do we have anything inside the build environment as of now? Nothing. What is a build step I want to do? Yes, I have a build step. The build step is execution of the command, which is a Windows command that I have. What is that Windows command? So copy is the Windows command from the source to the destination, but it's a file name. My app.var package. Any post build? As of now, I'm not getting into any build posting actions after the build and applying and saving the changes now. Everyone, are we good? Hello? Participants, are we good?
Yes, Kumar.
Now, let me show you people how the system will behave. So what I'll do now, I will go ahead and add that I am achieving continuous integration, this time using Jenkins. So what I would like to do is now I'm a developer. First, let me take the role of a developer. So developer has made the changes. So git add all the changes, git commit all the changes using or testing for continuous integration, git push -u origin branch equal to develop. So the changes are sitting in develop branch. That's all from my side. The developer is done. Participants, see the power of now continuous integration use Jenkins. Now I'm the DevOps engineer. I'll get a notification in the form of an email that Kumar, I have tested all the code from my side. You're good to go and test whether it is working. So participants, see, all I have to do as a DevOps engineer, go to the job that you want to start. 1, 2, 3, start. So job number 1 will get executed. Completion will happen for the job number 1. And then it will go and trigger your job number 2. Oh, still job number 1 is ongoing. Yeah, it is building the project. See the progress. Job 1 is still building. Yes, it is already building. Yeah, it is completed. Build is success. So upon the success of build 1, it is triggering the new build for job number 2. Job number 2 is also successful. So what is the success? It has copied into Tomcat. Participants, now you see, I don't have to do anything. Go ahead and check the Tomcat. There you go. That's it. Can I have a quick round of confirmation from all of you people? Hello?
Yes, Kumar.
Yes, Kumar.
Now, what is that I have done? I have done nothing as a DevOps engineer. Just release my code. Now, let me show you one more time. And I'll ask our developer, make some changes at your end. Now I'm a developer. So for this, I'm adding continuous integration Jenkins. We have used version control as Git. We are using build tool as Maven. But I have done my changes. I'm submitting the changes. Git, add all the changes developer is doing. Git commit. New lines I have entered. Git push the change -u origin develop. Participants, what I have done is the role of a developer. This is what a developer will do. Now I'm done with the developer role. What is the role of a DevOps engineer? Release the code one more time. 1, 2, and trigger the release or start the process. Build it. I don't have to do anything as a DevOps engineer. Just build it, release it for the changes to accommodate. I hope by now it should have been done. So it's taking time. So I'm just checking, double checking what is the status of the jobs. Job 3 is completed. Job 2 is still pending. Yeah, it is still running. It's done. Come on. There you go. Participants, see how powerful is Jenkins is continuous integration. Participants, can I have a quick round of confirmation from all of you? Hello?
Yes, Kumar.
Yes.
Yes, Kumar.
Yes, Kumar.
Okay.